Welcome, everyone, to Veterans Memorial Stadium in beautiful Long Beach, California. It is time for some NISA soccer action. Tonight we have the hosts, LA Force, ready to entertain Irvine Zeta FC. I'm Artif Takari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via Goal Media. Dennis, it's good to be back here. I think we're ready for a very good matchup. I'm feeling that this we have that derby feeling today. I mean, do we have the name of the derby?
It's great to be back. I think we're the SoCal derby or the 405 derby or
something like that.
We should get that on the books for sure. But it's a great night for this beautiful game here in Southern California this evening. We're blessed to be here in Long Beach and have such great weather. Fantastic to be here for NISA action once again.
The teams taking the field. Both teams look determined and ready to take care of business. In the meantime, let's take a look at some upcoming matches. Let's not forget, Georgia FC will be playing Maryland Bobcats, Michigan Stars against Savannah Clovers. These are games coming up in the next few days. Arizona Monsoon will be hosting LA Force, and of course, Irvine Zeta FC will also be hosting Capo FC.
Big midweek matchups there. Bobcats, of course, leading the East Conference.
Definitely something to look forward to. But in the meantime, first, let's listen to our national anthem. Excellent work from Katrina Pasek, singing the Star Spangled Banner. We are getting ready for this matchup between the LA Force and Irvine Zeta FC. Both players, of course, players on both teams shaking hands first. And of course, we're excited and ready to see who is in the starting 11 for both squads. First, taking a look at the LA Force. 3 changes from their previous match. I think we're definitely going to be focusing on who's in midfield. Of course, Justin Jobo, Brian Ortega, and Alex Juarez.
And one of the most dangerous top threes in the league right now is Joel Quist, Michael Salazar, and Mohamedou War. Yeah, if they can get going, this is a very, very dangerous attack for LA Force.
And now for the starting 11 for Irvine Zeta. When looking back at their previous one of their previous matches, basically no changes in their starting lineup. I think you know that phrase, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's got to be the motto here for Irvine Zeta FC.
Mitch North leads the league right now with 5 shutouts, so he's on pace to win the Golden Glove Award. And the return of Harold Hansen for NISA. This is his 3rd team in NISA. He actually started as an FC Golden State Youth Academy player. Went up to Portland Timbers 2, has bounced around USL, has bounced around NISA. He's from Southern California, and he's going to bomb up and down, I think, the left side tonight for Irvine Zeta.
Definitely an exciting night for us. This is also the NISA match of the week, and I think they've definitely picked the right one. LA Force against Irvine Zeta will be starting in just a few minutes. Irvine Zeta will be wearing their white kits. LA Force will be wearing their black kits. Let's take a look at the standings right now in NISA.
And this, of course, is a battle for the top of the Western Conference. A win for Force tonight means they jump into first place in a very, very crowded top of the West table. And again, I mentioned earlier, Maryland Bobcats kind of running away with the East right now.
And of course, let's not forget about the Golden Glove race. You actually just mentioned that a little bit ago. Mitch North with 5 clean sheets on the season, but Seth Torman with 3 probably feels as if he should have 4.
Yep, and right there with Tatenda McGruver, who we know one of the all-time best goalkeepers in the history of this league.
And of course, we cannot ignore the Golden Boot race. This is one that fans are always paying attention to. Darwin Espinal with 9, but Michael Salazar does have 5. You know, we got to show that. I think this graphic was probably shown to him. Let's see what that will bring out of him tonight.
And George Almeida there with 4 for Zeta, a former SoCal Premier Southwest Premier League player here in Southern California.
The fact of the matter is we are ready for this one. The players are ready. The fans are ready as well, too. And we've got a good crowd on hand. You've got to like how everything is lining up tonight.
A lot of promotion going into this match, and they've drawn quite well this evening. One of the better crowds they've had this season.
LA Force will be wearing their traditional black kits, moving from left to right. Irvine Zeta will be wearing white, moving from right to left. We're just about ready to get this one going. It has been pretty hot these days in Southern California, but right now where we are in Long Beach, it is perfect. You really cannot say anything negative about this weather. It's going to cool down a little bit, but in general, feeling great here.
It is absolutely lovely tonight.
And we are underway, and as we begin, let's remember that Zara is the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, the National Independent Soccer Association. We're underway, already a throw-in early on for Irvine Zeta. What can we expect from the LA Force against Irvine Zeta? They're going to want to slow this down and trying to grind out a victory, or can we expect them to kind of go all out, throw players forward early on?
Well, we know one thing. These teams know a lot about each other, and they still have a couple of games left this season to make up the difference here.
And looks like Mohammed War was whistled for the foul on Noah Egan, already being aggressive very quickly right from the start for LA Force. Got to like what you see from them here. Will we see Irvine want to slow things down a bit? A slight breeze on the field level. It's got to feel great for the players. Free kick taken. Goes to the head of Ahmed Shaibu. Joel Quist with a nice cheeky back heel, finding Alex Juarez, one of the central midfielders today. He's looking to play it deep towards Mohammed War. Did not really connect. Mitch North coming out to corral the ball.
Big Mitch North in command this season, proving his value week in, week out.
A good flick touch from Edson Alvarado. He decides to switch the field. Now connecting, of course, with Joey Chiochetto. Colwell plays it back to Mitch North. Now once again, Noah Egan looking for George Almeida. Almost getting it to Edgardo Artero. Now clear down the field to Salazar, but hold on a moment. The flag comes up for offside. He did put that one into the net. I'm pretty sure the official at this moment would not want to, give a card for what's it called? Dissent? I don't know if that's, no, simulation. There you go. So the offside flag did come up. Salazar, of course, would love to get on the score sheet once again.
Just marginally offside there, maybe half step.
Now Klashevsky plays it back to Colwell, feeling the pressure from Salazar, so we are seeing the LA Force pressing early on.
You like that high press with the amount of talent they have in that top 3. They should spend quite a bit of time up top trying to force the defense into making mistakes.
Now Alvarado taking the pass from Egan, playing it back now to Colwell, former member of the LA Force, finding George Almeida. Almeida that time had Garrett Hogbin on him. Greg Stratton trying to work the give and go. Nice touch from Artero. So the ball did go out of bounds. Will be a throw in for the LA Force.
You do wonder, though, what tactically they're bringing into this match from, say, their previous match. With head coach Deco Kynan here now on the almost on the ball there. Had passed the ball. what he has planned, what he's telling his players on the field, and how they're constructed. Clearly the idea is to get it to the outsides to their speed.
And Joel Quist unable to keep possession. Joey Chiochetto coming over to provide some help. Another throw in for the LA Force. And be careful, looks like another ball just came onto the pitch. Luckily, no problems arose from that one. The two center backs, of course, tonight for the LA Force, Dekel Kainen and Garrett Hogbin. So it's Hogbin once again. Now Ronaldo Lamelli. So the wingbacks, of course, Ronaldo Lamelli playing as the right back, Ahmed Shaibu playing as the left back, Justin Jovel, Brian Ortega, and Alex Juarez playing as the three as the three midfielders. And of course the attackers, no surprise in seeing Michael Salazar as the striker and having the support on the wings of Joel Quist and Mohamed War. Seth Torman, of course, in goal. Plays along, goes off the head of Quist. Noah Egan on the volley. Klashevsky unable to keep it in play.
The match so far on the LA Force side of the field.
The throw in taken, finding Justin Jovel. Did not have the best first touch. Now this could be an opportunity for Irvine Zeta. Alvarado had his shirt pulled by Lamelli. Of course, the official was playing advantage. Now decides to blow the whistle. Will be a free kick for Irvine. Even from where we were, very easy to see that shirt pull. Easy call for the official.
Jovel getting every little bit out of that 5'7" frame.
Ball's back in the play. Chiochetto swings it around to Noah Egan. Now to the outside of the always dangerous Shinya Kadono. A nice give and go working here. Almeida ends up taking a shot, going just a little high, but looks like it did take a deflection and it will be a corner kick for Irvine.
Good first attempt from Big George. Putting LA Force on their heels, and now they have to defend a corner kick. Nice setup for him, too.
It was the first corner kick of the match. And it goes to Irvine Zeta. And yes, you got to like that build-up play that we saw as well with Shinya Kadono and George Almeida.
Kadono leads this league in assists right now.
Now here's the service. Not really the best. Cleared out by Salazar, and he's able to get the ball to Mohamed War. Was going to have to do a lot on his own. But good work nonetheless. That ball going out of bounds. Plenty of time, of course, for Irvine Zeta to get back on defense. But nice work from Michael Salazar in defending that corner.
Yeah, Force have to play vertically here. They have the speed advantage. They have to have the right channel work. Runners getting in behind the defense at the right times.
And nice dummy play. You've got to like that. The cross finding Salazar. A nice move. Brian Ortega with a turn. Ronaldo Lamelli getting in on the action. Playing it to the outside of Mohamed War, but unable to get past his man. Given away, though, straight to Alex Juarez. And his pass unable to connect with Joel Quist. It's like early on we're seeing both teams having a little bit of trouble with maintaining possession for longer stretches of time. Whistle is blown, will be a free kick.
Quick restart for Zeta.
And that's something LA Force has got to be aware of tonight. You don't want to fall asleep on a quick restart. A touch from Almeida to Chiochetto. Now Klashevsky looking for an option. He's got Harold Hansen on the outside. Still Hansen. He finds Artero. Now a shot from long range. That one from Edson Alvarado.
Not on target.
Not much trouble at all for Seth Torman, but gotta like the thinking.
That's an Alvarado. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Art.
Seth Torman, of course, taking his time.
That's an Alvarado. I'm just about to mention other players bounced around this league. For Cal United Strikers. Now he's here with Irvine Zeta, wearing the number 10.
Well, Michael Salazar looking to switch the field and wanting to find Muhammad War. Want to say at first maybe a little far from him, but he is able to chase it down. Plays it back to Ronaldo Lomelli. You'll know he'll want to whip this one to the penalty area. Exactly what he does. Headed away. Nice work from Justin Jovel to keep this alive. Juarez playing it to the outside to Lomelli once again. Lomelli wanted to say he was switching the field. It was not a very good ball, but eventually does find its way to Joel Queist. Queist with the cross. Goes off the foot of Colwell. LA Forest continuing to attack, and here's a shot from outside. Just a little high. Will be a goal kick for Irvine. And looks like that time, want to say it was Alex Juarez.
Like the idea there from Juarez. He had an opportunity top of the box. He took it. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So.
Now it's Noah Egan finding Alvarado. Chiochetto plays it back to Mitch North. And he was actually brought down. Plenty of decent amount of contact there. Will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta.
Brian Ortega chasing the game there.
Not sure if he's trying to send a message with that tackle.
It's aggressive play. Zeta weren't exactly playing aggressively, just knocking the ball around, and Brian Ortega thought he could come take it. And rightfully so. That's what the game's about.
A free kick taken. Deko Kainen not wanting to take any chances. Clears it back up the pitch, hoping that it will come to the feet of Muhammad War. And actually will be a throw-in for the LA Force. We played a little bit more than 10 minutes. We remain scoreless between the LA Force and Irvine Zeta. Art Iftikhari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via Gold Media. A throw-in from Lomelli. Not a lot of room for Muhammad War. Will end up being a goal kick for Irvine Zeta.
It's a battle for the West Conference here, Art. Zeta on 21 points, Force on 19. Force have another opportunity to take the lead. They've really kind of bounced around and shared the lead in this conference all season.
And that long ball, the flick header provided from Artero. George Almeida unable to keep it in play. The three center backs tonight for Irvine: Greg Stratton, Alex Colwell, and Noah Egan. But one thing's for sure, we do see Irvine Zeta switch their formation around, give some different looks, wanting to confuse you, that's for sure. And that time looking for Shinya Kadono. He was waiting for the ball to come to him. Lomelli streaking, nearly intercepted it, kind of overran it a little bit. Kadono now able to find Edson Alvarado. Alvarado now to Chiochetto, but nice defensive play from Justin Jovel. Juarez plays it back now to the keeper, Seth Torman. Feeling the pressure a bit from George Almeida. Clears at the length of the pitch. Colwell having to get involved, and Mitch North will off his line. The pressing from Michael Salazar definitely is something that Irvine Zeta cannot ignore. And that time, Jovel whistle for the foul on Edson Alvarado. I think the official will have a small discussion with Jovel here.
Referee did not like Jovel's response to that foul. May not have been the harshest of fouls, but he did get stuck in on Alvarado.
And actually, you could even we could hear it from all the way up here, believe it or not. It's a hearing that's 4 fouls already on our best player.
I might have a little bit of argument about whether or not he's their best player, but 4 fouls are 4 fouls.
Absolutely, and I think Irvine Zeta is trying to, get the message across to the official, hey, you got to do something about this. And all that, of course, the officials tonight, the main official is Jose Landa, the assistants Mark Fares and Bubba Barnett. The fourth official is Ivan de Cristofaro.
I've seen Jose Landa referee plenty of match He's a very good communicator with the players.
So the free kick to be taken by Noah Egan. Plays it short to Alvarado. Back to Egan. Mitch North looking more like a sweeper than a goalkeeper, actually. Some good ball movement from Irvine Zeta. Almeida able to find Alvarado, and he's just all over the place. Alvarado's ball now to Harold Hansen. Did not have a very good first touch. Shaibu having to come over and provide some help, and actually will be a corner kick for Irvine Zeta. And you look back at that, it was that first touch from Hansen, that's something he's got to correct.
That's always been a little bit of a bugaboo for him, but he did get a corner kick out of it. Of course, Shaibu arguing that Hansen last touched it, but here it is, a Zeta corner. There's second of the match.
Looks like it will be taken by Artero. Here comes the service. Shaibu did get his head on that one, but it goes right back to Artero. Alvarado sends it into the penalty area. The header, that one going over the bar.
It's a decent opportunity for Irvine Zeta. They've been willing and creative in the attacking third so far tonight when they've had an opportunity.
15 minutes gone. We remain scoreless. Irvine Zeta settling down a bit. They are creating some more chances. They've not really had the clear-cut chances, but they are creating. They do have some more of the build-up play and control. It's definitely not a situation for LA Force to be concerned about. They're doing their job as well too. They also have not really found a clear-cut scoring opportunity. Justin Joel finding Muhammad War, definitely feeling the pressure from Noah Egan. Plays it back to Dekel Kainen. Garrett Hogbin with plenty of space. Irvine Zeta definitely not in the mood to be pressing. Joel Quist will he be able to win that battle against Klashevsky? Probably could have, but some nice help defense provided by Harold Hansen. Wasting no time. Irvine Zeta looking to get this one going. Now trying to head that one back. Hogbin did a good job in heading it back to Torman, but sometimes when you see that ball headed back, you're kind of like you hold your breath for a moment and say, did he get enough on that ball? Those could be dangerous ones sometimes.
It is a risky play. Garrett Hogbin's got a big old head though.
Harold Hansen unable to readjust. Shaibu able to find Kainen. Back to Torman. This one goes high into the air. That one's headed away. Will be a free kick for LA Force. It looks like that time it was Brian Ortega who was brought down.
Maybe a little bit of revenge there.
Bound to be some retaliation now and then. Joel Quist looking for Salazar. Nice play from Klashevsky, but now given away. Muhammad War had possession for a moment. That's something we're seeing from both teams early on. Neither team really able to put together a lot of passes in a row. Both sets of midfielders being very aggressive. Ortega now with the cross. Knocked out of bounds, so will be the first corner kick of the night for the LA Force.
Some good work on the right side from Ortega. A sharp cross in, forcing a defensive clearance.
I'll say that time it was Alex Colwell sending that one out of bounds. The first corner kick of the night for the men in black. Guess we're running here. Will it be Ortega? When he plays it short to Juarez. Quickly finding Lomelli. Nice fake. Of course, want to get this ball into the penalty area sooner or later. Irvine Zeta, of course, quick to clear their lines. And that time it was Klashevsky sending it out of bounds. Will be a throw in for the LA Force on the farther side of the pitch.
That sustained pressure from Force down in this end will eventually cause issues for Zeta.
Throw into Salazar. Sent back into the penalty area. Not much coming from it. And that time was Lamelli on the volley, a little wide, but a decent effort nonetheless.
Now's the place to try it. You gotta like when they want to attempt it.
It's Edson Alvarado. And that ball broken up, taken by Lamelli. Gotta like the work we see from Lamelli tonight as the right back.
You see Riverside graduate.
Juarez was able to find Jovel. He loses possession. Of course, Codono getting involved. George Almeida brought down that time. Easy call for the official, will be a free kick. Now looking at the personnel for Irvine Zeta, we see that, of course, George Almeida playing as the striker. And of course he has the support on the wings from Harold Hansen on the right and Shinya Codono on the left. They'll be definitely very busy tonight, and good work from Hansen keeping the ball in play. Will he be able to win this 1v1 battle? Was unable to. Good work from Ahmed Shaibu. Wasn't very happy with himself afterward, but it will be the third corner kick of the night for Irvine.
That's an interesting matchup on the right side. Hansen versus Ahmed Shaibu.
We're in the 21st minute. Another corner kick for Irvine. Here comes the service. This could be trouble. A little crowded in the penalty area, and just a back heel at the last moment. Easy one for Seth Torman.
Not an easy corner kick to deal with, though. That was a great corner kick.
Excellent service. And it was that, I believe it was the back heel from Alex Colwell. At one time was probably thinking, hey, I might get myself into this highlight, might create the highlight video for myself. I'm able to score this one. But of course, that was going to be a very difficult one to get in. But you got to like the thinking nonetheless. Got to do something.
Never know what can happen.
Noah Egan taking the pass from Mitch North. Codono in his pass actually ends up being given away. Now it's Ortega. Will he be able to get a shot on net? He does take a shot. Not able to get that one on frame. For a moment we thought perhaps there could have been a deflection, but it will be a goal kick instead for Irvine.
Ortega, beneficiary of that turnover there, drives forward and is able to get a shot, just not enough onto it to keep it on frame and challenge Mitch North.
Ball is back in the play. Artero very nicely switching the field. He's able to find Alvarado. We do have a player down for Irvine, but play continues. Looking for Harold Hansen. This could be an opportunity. He takes a shot. That one going really high. It will be a goal kick. Let's see from here, kind of hard to tell which player is on the ground.
They're at the 50-yard line.
I think you also have some communication with the official as well.
Is it Chiocheta?
From here, I believe it was George Almeida.
No, George.
Looks like he tracked back pretty far. Now, Mohamed War, unable to maintain possession. Artero, gotta like his speed as one of the central midfielders for Irvine Zeta. He finds Shinya Codono. Codono always cutting it inside. Brought down that time by Ronaldo Lamelli. He doesn't agree with the call, but it will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta.
Shinya, one of the veterans in this league. If anybody deserves the benefit of a doubt on a call, I have to admit, it's probably that man.
And the speed he provides, it's like you see him, he's one of those players where you feel you see where he has the ball on the pitch and you're feeling and you're thinking, okay, he's stuck, we got him right where we want him, and he just will create the space, create opportunities.
The moment you think, the moment he's past you, right?
So a free kick for Irvine Zeta. Question here is, will it be Edgardo Artero or Edson Alvarado? Will be Alvarado. This is a good ball. Headed away. But we are seeing Irvine getting more and more dangerous with these set piece opportunities. Now a little bit of trouble with the throw in. A good ball from Cadono. Now a shot. Nice save from Seth Torman on the shot from George Almeida. He was looking for his 5th goal of the season.
Very good save. Seth Torman reflex to his left and low to grab that. Almeida finally puts one on frame. Torman all over it.
And you look back at what took place. The pass, of course, Shinya Cadono involved once again. It was his pass, but also the dummy play from Artero that really froze everyone.
Artero providing a nice piece to this offense for Zeta. Nice little motor in midfield.
Chiochetto. It's like that time last touch was from Klishevsky. He was looking for Alvarado, unable to keep it in play though. Will be a throw in for the LA Force.
Both these teams are coming off victories in the NISA Independent Cup, resounding victories as well. So the offenses should be finely tuned. Haven't seen too much of that yet tonight.
And some nice work from Lamelli, keeping the play alive. Ball finds its way eventually to Mohamed War. He's trying to get past Andrew Klishevsky, but Mohamed War does win a corner kick for the LA Force, their 2nd of the night.
Good little sportsmanship there. Slap hands after colliding rather violently.
We definitely see effort here from both players. We see that the players from both teams showing that attitude where they really want to win. We see some physical play. Nothing's getting out of hand. But of course, we'll have to see how things change as, depending on how things go in this match. Corner kick for the LA Force. Here comes the service. High into the air, but hold on, a whistle is blown. Looks like some pushing took place in the penalty area. That will be a free kick for Irvine. Alvarado definitely doing a lot of the dirty work tonight. The ball from Klishevsky given away straight to Garrett Hogbin. And Justin Jovel looking to switch the field, and seen that a few times from different players of the LA Force wanting to switch the field, and the ball just is given away. And now Mohamed War trying to find some space. The whistle is blown behind the play. Looks like Harold Hansen gets himself in the book. First one of the night.
He was my X factor pre-game. Now he's in the book.
Last for my X Factor, Mohamed War. I chose him because I feel like he's due to score his first goal in 3 months. We'll see how that turns out. But will be a free kick for the LA Force. Ball finds its way to Justin Jovel, one of the defensive midfielders. Here at Hogbin to Dekel Kainen for the captain, Michael Salazar.
How does that work? Captain Michael Salazar, from player manager Dekel Kainen.
Well, it works. And right now we just saw the footwork working very well for Michael Salazar. You gotta love what he brings to this LA Force squad. Justin Jovel is able to find Joel Queist. Queist, of course, is wanting to get a flick touch towards Lamelli. Did not happen. Now the long clearance finds the always dangerous Shinya Cadono. Still Cadono, surrounded by black shirts, has to do something. Plays it back to Edson Alvarado, trying to cut it in, wanting to get past Jovo. He takes a shot. Did take a bounce. Not much trouble for Seth Torman.
LA Force coming under increasing pressure, though. It's the second shot on goal in about 6 or 7 minutes. Zeta are the ones that are the aggressors on in the attacking third right now.
And one thing we definitely should not ignore, the last time these teams played was on Sunday, June 9th in Irvine. And Irvine Zeta claimed the 1-0 victory. Only goal of the match was scored the 24th minute by Shinya Kodono.
The pride of Nisa.
And that time, Edson Alvarado has been very sharp tonight. Gave it away. Joel Quist providing some sliding help with that slide tackle. Gets the ball back to Seth Torman, his keeper. We're in the 30th minute of the match. We remain scoreless between LA Force and Irvine Zeta FC. We are live from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Long Beach, California. NISA soccer action. This is the NISA match of the week. Art Iftikhari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via Goal Media. Harold Hansen, he does have some space, he does have some room. Will he want to take on Ahmed Shaibu? Has not been easy for him. Good work from the left back. Whistle was blown. Will be a free kick. For the latest scores, stats, standings, and news, visit nisasoccer.com.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat Ahmed Shaibu. But it is a physical matchup out there.
It's easy to talk about that matchup in terms of, physicality with Hansen, but when it comes to pace, that's where it may be tough for Hansen to win that battle against Shaibu. But now here come Irvine Zeta, maybe a shot from outside. Artero plays it to the outside now to Kodono, sends it back into the penalty area off the head of Dekelkainen. Joel Quist having the drop back pretty far. Ball is given away straight to Kodono. Goes out of bounds. Looks like it should have, I want to say at first, I was thinking it was going to be a throw-in for LA Force, but no. Throw-in for Irvine Zeta.
Both players had touches on the ball there as it was going across the line.
George Almeida had it for a moment, poked away. Noah Egan having to provide some help. Ball goes out of bounds, will be a throw-in for the LA Force. Throw in from the right back, Ronaldo Lamelli. Michael Salazar plays it back to Dekelkainen. Justin Jovel. Now to Garrett Hogbin. Irvine Zeta doing a good job clogging up the space in the middle third of the pitch. Trying to play it long. Not sure if they're trying to go over the top, looking for Ortega. But things have gotten a little difficult for LA Force during this latter part of the first half. Artero switching the field to Stratton. Heads the ball to Alvarado. Back to Stratton. Nicely finding Andrew Klashevsky. He does have some space. Still Klashevsky, but his pass easily taken away by Dekelkainen. Clears the length of the pitch. Headed back to Mitch North from Greg Stratton. North quickly getting the ball to Artero. Now Noah Egan switches the field to his other center back, Greg Stratton. Nice work.
More high pressure from LA Force. But Zeta's done a good job tonight of breaking out and maintaining possession.
That was a good ball from Chiochetto. Now it's Harold Hansen. The cross, this could be an opportunity. Great play at the last moment from Ronaldo Lamelli to force a corner kick. And we saw Kodono streaking. You saw him waiting on the back, basically that back door.
Hansen with a teasing ball to the back post. Lamelli, great job sliding in there.
Irvine Zeta continuing. They're knocking on the door. Here comes the corner kick. Headed away by Salazar. Not out just yet. The touch from Artero Now to Alvarado. Alvarado whined across into the penalty area with his left foot. Did not have a lot of space. Good work from Justin Jovel. Throw in taken, finding George Almeida. Surrounded by black shirts, has to do something. And holding on to the ball a little long definitely is not the answer. Joel Queist. And that time was looking to push it towards Juarez. Now it's Hansen. Ahmed Shaibu having to get involved. A shot blocked by Dekel Kainen. Now Alvarado turns, looks for an option. Chiochetto providing help. Nice move from Harold Hansen to Artero. Nice job in maintaining possession. Still Artero. Shaibu keeping his hands at his side. Salazar doing a great job providing help on defense. Now Cadono taking the pass from Egan. He's got Egan on the overlap. Egan cuts it back. Was obviously trying to get it towards Joseph Chiochetto. Cleared out of bounds.
Zeta looking effortless in the attack right here. All they need is the final touch. Talk about that turn from Hansen. That was classy. I tried one of those the other day and nearly broke my wrist.
Throw in taken. It's Chiochetto. Did not have the best first touch. Can LA Forest get something going on a counterattack here? Salazar has time. Nice work holding the ball up, but just not enough numbers being thrown forward. And Salazar knew that. Was not in the mood to just send the ball up the field to no one.
That's experience talking for Force right there.
Better to hold the ball, slow things down, restart. Don't just give the ball away and get yourself back on defense again. Juarez to Hogbin. Looks like Mohamed War and Joe Queist earlier in the match actually switched sides. Let's see how that'll work out for the LA Force attack. Brian Ortega. Looking for a good through ball. Salazar, can he bring it down? There might have been some contact, but now it's Mohamed War. Still War. Can he take a shot from outside? Finds Juarez. Juarez's ball. Able to find Ortega. Can he turn and shoot? Did not have a lot of space, but he is able to find the left back, Ahmed Shaibu. Sending this one into the center of the penalty area. Easy one for Mitch North.
Yeah, nobody was crowding North there. Easy grab for him. Some good, consistent play there from LA Force. Just a little lack of ideas there in the final moment.
Now taken away. Nice work from the LA Force. Ortega was at the forefront. Now it's Joel Queist. Will he take a shot from outside? Perhaps holding on to the ball a little too long. Salazar's reaction really says it all. He wanted that one. Now Alvarado has it poked away by Justin Jovel. Joel Queist getting involved, and now it's Alvarado who gets himself in the book in the 38th minute.
Alvarado had the ball poked away, and perhaps the referee saw a little bit of frustration in his tackle to prevent a counterattack.
Free kick taken by Juarez. He finds Dekel Kainen. Now Ahmed Shaibu, not in a hurry to throw this one forward. And I think for the LA Force, they've got to stay patient. No need to panic. 0-0. And a good flick touch at that time from Joel Queist, unable to connect. But now Irvine Zeta looking to get something going on the counterattack. Alvarado, who just got himself in the book with a very nice run. He's got space, crosses it in front. Almost knocked in by Hansen. Artero on a shoots, and he scores. It is 1-0. Irvine Zeta. Artero was not going to miss that one.
LA Force were caught on their heels. Garrett Hockman tried for the slide tackle to prevent it, and there's just nothing else Force defenders can do. Ball cleared off the line, but right to Artero. Good ball here from Alvarado cross. How Hansen doesn't put that in, I don't know. But right back to Artero. Artero just slam dunks it.
A great defensive effort, though, from Ahmed Shaibu to stop that from being a goal on the touch from Hansen. But, only so much you can do. You get the, you did what you had to do, but Artero waiting there, puts that one into the net, no problem. Irvine Zeta with a 1-0 lead. And to be honest, you can't say that it wasn't coming. You can't say that it wasn't coming. Irvine Zeta was creating a lot of opportunities with some good build-up play, getting some opportunities on set pieces as well. And that counterattack opportunity, Edson Alvarado with an excellent run. It was very difficult for Justin Jovel to win that foot race with him.
Yeah, it started with the trouble. Hogben knew it, committed his body and missed entirely. And from that point forward, Force was just under pressure. All it took was the final finish from Artero. And a good one. But how about Shaibu and Harold Hansen continuing that battle tonight? Shaibu's got to be smiling that he was able to clear that off the line. Unfortunate that it went to Artero. But it's the little games within the game for Force. But they need, of course, now to find a response. Before halftime would be good, too.
Well, it's only a 1-0 lead. Obviously, LA Force cannot be thrilled with what's taken place. But what's most important is that they've got to stay patient. They've got to stick to their game plan. But, of course, they also cannot be giving the ball away either. And that time was Dekelkainen who gave it away. And now the ball finds its way to Harold Hansen. He's been involved in a lot of attacks today. Now there's the goal scorer, Artero, laying it back to Alvarado, taking a shot from long range. Was blocked by Jovel. Sent out of bounds by Lamelli. Will be a throw-in for Irvine Zeta.
Harold Hansen had one at the doorstop, or the. I laugh at that. Unable to find that touch right there at the goal line. Nope, sharp.
And that time was George Almeida taking a shot, trying to beat Torment at the near post. Torment, of course, very aware of where he needs to be. But still, a good thinking from George Almeida. He's got obviously that goal-scoring mentality. He's sometimes thinking, hey, maybe I might be able to sneak this one in at the near post. You just never know.
Yeah, good goal scorer has that audaciousness about them. They can score from anywhere.
And Seth Torment with the clearance. A nice flick header from Joel Queist. Sent towards Mohamed War. Unable to, that one, of course, a little too high and long for him.
Trying to find a way to get past Mitch North, who's come all the way out and is playing more of a sweeper role tonight.
Looking for George Almeida that time. Definitely some contact from Garrett Hogbin. Now it's Justin Jovel. LA Force, of course. I'm sure once we get to the halftime locker room, they're going to be having a lot of discussions with their coaching staff, thinking about what needs to be done. We perhaps sometimes see LA Force trying to go over the top a little bit more. Don't think we've seen too much of it. We have not seen too much of that tonight.
They're playing with two defensive midfielders right now, and only Brian Ortega is an attacking midfielder. They have to find a way to get more attacking midfielders, perhaps, and so they can feed the ball into Salazar or feed the wings. But you'll watch Jovel and you'll watch Juarez, and they both sink into the top of the defense because that's their natural feeling, their natural position as defensive mid. See, they're sitting there right now at the top of the defense, and only Brian Ortega's in there. Now, is it War coming in 44? But he should be, pressuring this more closely right there on the right wing sooner.
And the long ball. And then earlier we saw Lomelli's cross go straight to Mitch North. Now it's Edson Alvarado. Finds Joey Chiochetto. Now Noah Egan. And right now, of course, Irvine Zeta have got to be feeling great about their chances. They love the idea of just going into the halftime locker room with a 1-0 lead. LA Force, of course, need to stay focused. Be perfect to find an equalizer before the interval. But, of course, need to stick to their game plan, need to be patient, cannot be forcing anything.
Yeah, they need to stay switched on right now. Certainly can't allow another one before halftime. That would spell disaster for the locker room during the break.
And to be honest, I also feel as if the way Irvine Zeta has their formation set up has also created problems for the LA Force. And they're playing with 3 center backs, in Stratton, Colwell, and Egan, but their midfielders just, basically their central midfielders going in different places all the time. I think it really has been confusing the LA Force at times. Now it's Hansen trying to keep this attack going. We see a shot from Almeida, blocked by Hogbin. Nice work from the center back, trying to go on the counterattack. Great job from Klashevsky. Now cross in front. Kynan sends that one out of bounds. Will be another corner kick for Irvine Zeta.
Yeah, another sustained attack for Irvine. Fans can cheer on their favorite NISA club all season long by visiting Passage, the official ticketing partner of NISA. Find tickets for NISA matches at tickets.nisasoccer.com.
Getting close to stoppage time. Got to assume there'll be at least maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
I'm feeling 2 minutes, I think, for this one.
Now, a very crucial corner kick for the LA Force. We know how the last few minutes of the first half are always very crucial. But with LA Force basically being outplayed, this is very crucial. The flick header, Dekel Kleinen climbing high. I think we had some fans of Irvine Zeta complaining about some contact, but now the other way, here come LA Force on a counterattack opportunity. They've got numbers 4, but now Irvine throwing players back as well to try and stop this attack. They are able to. Excellent work. And that really was a good opportunity for the LA Force. Joel Queese did have some space, but of course, credit where credit's due. Irvine Zeta did a very good job to get their players back and put a stop to that counterattack opportunity.
Yeah, former Temecula FC captain Joey Quiocheta, the big defensive play there.
And I think right now I just see Irvine Zeta will be very content in just holding possession, going into the half with a 1-0 lead. They definitely are not in the mood to want to force anything. Now it's Klashevsky. Brought down. Will be a free kick for Irvine Zeta. Well, we have this quick stoppage. Remember, Hotel Planner is NISA's official hotel reservation partner. Fans can get discounted hotel rates to attend NISA matches, tournaments, or personal travel. Visit nisa.hotelplanner.com to book your next trip today. So a free kick for Irvine Zeta. I'd like to think that this should be the last opportunity of the first half. I think Irvine will want to whip this one into the penalty area.
Hit the penalty spot. See what happens next.
Alvarado sending that one in. He did get to Noah Egan.
Noah Egan murders it into left field in frustration.
It looks like the whistle was blown. That is the end of the first half. Irvine Zeta FC with a 1-0 lead. Only goal so far scored in the 39th minute by Edgardo Artero.
Well taken goal from Artero as the Zeta team built up to that. Hansen had his attempt cleared off the line, but it was right back to Artero. He flushes it home. Zeta has a lead. Let's see if they can hold it here in the second half. It's incumbent upon LA Force to show some fight in the second half, find an equalizer, try and get 3 points, try and take the lead in the Western Conference.
I think we can expect some changes to be made, but we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half. Once again, this is the NISA match of the week. LA Force down 1-0 to Irvine Zeta FC at the half. Now we are back for the start of the second half between LA Force and Irvine Zeta FC. We are live from Veterans Memorial Stadium in beautiful Long Beach, California. Art Iftikhari along with Dennis Pope, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play, courtesy of Goal Media. All right, Dennis, we're moments away from the start of the second half. And if you were to, of course, we all know that phrase, right? You know, to be a fly on the wall. What do you think was being said, you know, between these LA Force players? They're down 1-0. Irvine Zeta has obviously been more aggressive, has had more opportunities, more corner kicks, and more run of play. So what was said? You know, what has got to be done? What needs to change?
They have to find more of a motor through midfield. Several times in this first half, I've looked up and found basically an empty midfield where there should be LA Force players. They've for the most part, separated into two teams, a defensive side and an attacking side. There's nobody connecting in between. I think you have to have more of a connection in midfield. I don't know if there's been changes made yet, but we talked about it at halftime. You have to find another person up to push into support in behind Michael Salazar. It's got to be Brian Ortega and somebody else, whether that's Justin Jovel or Alex Juarez. I think we do have a switch here.
Yeah, and actually Alex Juarez has been replaced by Ronaldo Pineda, so definitely a change was made in midfield. We'll see how that changes things up for the LA Force. It doesn't appear as if any changes have been made for Irvine Zeta, and of course we know the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and that basically seems to be the motto. And we are underway, starting the second half, and of course, the obvious reminder, the very important reminder, Zara is the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, the National Independent Soccer Association.
I had some new Zara soccer balls delivered just the other day. It's a high-quality ball.
Now it's Andrew Klashevsky finding Harold Hansen. Hansen had some room taken away from him. Artero looking to get involved, of course. He already has been involved tonight. Scored the only goal of the match. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. That's exactly where he was. A little bit of a tumble there from Joey Chiochetto. Did not lose possession. Very fortunate there. Klashevsky now finding George Almeida. Looking for Hansen on a run. That's exactly who he finds. The cross from Hansen. Nice work from Ronaldo Lamelli to break up that potential opportunity for Irvine, but just very quickly to start the second half, Irvine Zeta picking up right where they left off. George Almeida unable to maintain possession, cleared by Justin Jovel. Looks like the flag did come up, I want to say, for offside. So will be a free kick for the LA Force.
Interesting. That's more like what I thought Hansen was going to do pre-game here. Sending those crosses. That was a good one back to the penalty spot, just nobody home. Him and George Almeida have combined well tonight for Zeta.
Now Joe Quist able to get past Andrew Klashevsky. Able to find the captain, Salazar. Now it's Brian Ortega providing some help as the central attacking midfielder. Playing it back now to Ronaldo Pineda. A nice back heel from Ortega, now to Lamelli. LA Force, no, they've got to change things up. They've got to create more opportunities. They've got to be more creative. Now Joe Quist. Fast player, he has plenty of space. He's got plenty of pace. Also knows how to win his 1v1 battles. I don't think we've seen too much of that from him tonight.
Those outside backs for Zeta, though, have played tight to War and Quist.
Now Klashevsky able to find Hansen. Looks like there was a little bit of contact, but playing advantage now. Alvarado looking for a streaking Almeida. A little too far. Ball finds its way to Seth Torman. Justin Jovel to Joe Quist. A nice move. Was unable to get past Klashevsky at the last moment. We look back at the first half. I think we saw some different formations, different looks from Irvine Zeta that created problems for the LA Force. And I think what I just saw maybe not too long ago, I think we're going to maybe see some more changes from Irvine Zeta, but now Salazar trying to get something going. Will he be able to get a shot off, placing out to the outside? A long-range shot this time. That one from Ronaldo Lomelli going a little high. Will be a goal kick for Irvine Zeta.
Decent opportunity there for LA Force. Lomelli unable to keep his head over the ball, and it just sails over the crossbar.
Now Pineda, the second half sub. He was brought on to replace Juarez, unable to maintain possession. Now, of course, we've seen this a decent amount of times tonight. It's Alvarado creating space. Although he's playing as an attacking midfielder, he does switch the field a lot, does switch spots at times with Shinya Kodono. Both players able to play each other's positions, and that time a little bit of trouble. Greg Stratton unable to connect on that pass with Chiochetto. Goes out of bounds, will be a throw-in for the LA Force.
There's an opportunity for Force. Every little giveaway from Zeta now has to be taken advantage of.
And we're talking about the different looks. We know that we saw plenty of times in the first half Irvine Zeta playing with 3 center backs in Egan, Colwell, and also Stratton. But I think just not too long ago, a few minutes ago, I think we really saw a little bit of a change. It looked more like Zeta lining up in a 4-1-4-1 formation, with basically Klashevsky falling back from a defensive midfield position to the right back position, basically leaving Joey Chiochetto as the holding defensive midfielder. You have to wonder if basically what I'm wondering is it possible that Irvine Zeta will want to change that formation knowing that they have a 1-0 lead? I mean, I'm not trying to assume it means being more defensive, but is it something they may want to do because they feel confident that that is still going to give them the right amount of defense and the right amount of support and attack?
Well, if they can change their shape depending on where they are on the field, that ultimately benefits them. But to have the ability and the mobility, right, to switch it around, I think means good things, and it's probably part of the reason why they're in first place right now.
And of course, let's not forget a win tonight. For going into tonight's match, we said a win for LA Force would put them in sole possession of first place in the Western Conference in Nisa. But right now, that's not looking like the case because LA Force is down 1-0. And also, let's not forget, more importantly, looking over to the far side of the pitch, LA Force with a man down. Will this lead to another substitution? But from here, hard to tell which player it is. It looks like it is Brian Ortega. Is he cramping up a bit?
A little left leg issue.
And with the trainers having to attend to him, that means he will have to step off the field for a little bit. Obviously a much needed water break for everyone.
If the score does remain this way, though, Zeta will open up a 5-point gap. Fans, check out Nisa's new streaming platform, Nisa Plus, your home for the latest content, highlights, and live matches. It's all there. All the action, all in one place, only on Nisa Plus.
And of course, Nisa Plus, definitely do not forget about that. I think right now we're also going to start seeing some action on the Irvine Zeta sideline. And yes, we are seeing a change for the LA Force, and looks like Brian Ortega's night is done. He has been replaced by Dante Brigida. So clearly, of course, we're putting this down as an injury substitution.
Dante Brigida, though, one of the league leaders in assists. So they should have some confidence in this change.
Earlier, we talked about the need for more creativity. Well, 2 new midfielders. Clearly, you've got to be expecting something different from the LA Force in terms of creating more opportunities in the middle third of the pitch, but more importantly, providing more support, creating more opportunities for the attackers as well.
Yeah, we should see a different look, at least in front of the attackers, or in behind the attackers, I should say.
So another pair of fresh legs. Dante Brigida playing as basically as the attacking midfielder. Can he provide that support for Quist, War, and Salazar? A free kick taken. Dekel Kainen sends that one high into the air. A nice flick touch from Joel Quist. Salazar, you know what, for a moment was probably trying to find Brigida. Brigida having to readjust. Almost winning a corner kick, cleared out of bounds sent out of bounds at the very last moment by Alex Colwell. Salazar for a moment looked like he was going to take the throw in. Said it will be Ahmed Shaibu Jr. And he quickly finds Salazar. Back to Dekel Kainen. I don't really, identify him very often, but player manager Dekel Kainen, gotta love it.
And such an interesting pairing with he and Garrett Hogben, one of the all.
And now those are some good touches. Brigida did get a touch on the give and go from Salazar. There was some contact, but the whistle not blown. I was, to be honest, expecting the whistle to be blown for a penalty kick for the LA Force.
Referee Jose Landa did not like it.
And now Dekel Kainen with a quick touch. That time Brigida knew he could not get to it. He would have been whistled for offside. But definitely a little bit more of a sense of urgency from the LA Force. Gotta like what you're seeing. They're only down 1-0. They know they could find that equalizer. Justin Jovel looking for an option.
It's a strong immediate impact, though, from Dante Brigida.
Played it back to Mohamed War. Nice work from Mohamed War, dropping back to provide cover as Lamelli pushed up on attack. Now War unable to maintain possession. Ball given away. It's Hansen with a nice move. Trying to work the give and go with Chiochetto. And that time Chiochetto was brought down, and it will be a free kick and a booking. It looks like that time it was Justin Jovel getting himself whistled for the foul.
Stud showing from Jovel. Jumped in with both feet. Probably could have been worse.
So a yellow card for Jovel in the 56th minute. So far 2 substitutions, both made by the LA Force. Ronaldo Pineda was brought on to replace Alex Juarez to start the second half. And just only a few minutes ago, Dante Brigida was brought on to replace Brian Ortega when he came away with what looked like a leg injury. So Chiochetto, maybe a little knock, maybe a slight knock, but he's all right.
Guam International.
Absolutely, yeah, he has made appearances for the national team of Guam. Also used to play for Temecula FC of the NPSL.
And Nisa Nation.
And of course, we're back into action here. Irvine Zeta trying to get something going. Cleared. Starting the second half, we saw Irvine picking up from where they left off in the first half, but ever since then, LA Force have kind of stemmed the tide a little. They're still down 1-0, but they definitely need to take control of this match. They've got to create more opportunities. And of course, if we see that change take place, you got to assume eventually that equalizer may come. The whistle is blown. This time will be another free kick for Irvine Zeta. This time it's Harold Hansen, appears to be grabbing his ankle, actually.
Some bad tackles right now.
We're approaching the hour mark. A 1-0 lead for Irvine Zeta. The only goal of the match so far came in the 39th minute from Edgardo Artero, a native of El Salvador. Has 2 goals on the season, and now a nice move. It's Artero once again. Takes a shot, puts that one well wide of the far post, and I think he realizes that he should have done better, could have done better.
He's very much 1v1 with Seth Torman right there, looking to go far post, as they so often do, when the easy play is right there in front of him.
Talk about dodging a bullet. That's exactly what just took place for the LA Force. Now Salazar trying to get this attack going. Brigida pushing up very nicely, able to find War, faking the cross, still has it. Crosses it at the last moment, might have taken a deflection. Joel Quist looking to keep it in play, exactly what he does. That time it was Ronaldo Pineda with the cross. Set out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick for the LA Force. Let's not forget, Ronaldo Pineda has had stints before with Albion, San Diego, and the Chattanooga Red Wolves of USL League One. Can the LA Force find that equalizer on a set piece opportunity? Here comes the service. This one kind of high into the air. The header, save made off the head of Dekelkainen. Excellent save from Mitch North, still keeping this one alive. Not out the safety just yet. Sent high into the air by Brigida. Doesn't look like Joe Quist wanted to go towards it, but knew he would have been whistled for offside. Hansen climbing high. Pineda quickly taking the throw in, not wanting to waste any time. Salazar with his back to the goal, looking for an option, surrounded by white shirts, and does a good job of getting the ball to the outside to Mohamed War. War's got Egan on him. Cadono coming in to provide some help. Jovel sending that one into the center of the penalty area. Pushed away by Colwell, and LA Force continuing to keep up this attack. The cross from War looking for Salazar. Cleared away. Shaibu now stepping up. Excellent work. Excellent effort from the LA Force. Brigida. Can he bring this one down? Didn't do a very good job, but actually the flag did come up. The ball was out of bounds. Barely went over the touchline. But you got to like what you just saw from the LA Force.
Dekelkainen with a powerful header. Mitch North there, though. Save at point blank.
To keep this game 1-0.
So close to being 1-1. Let's take a look at that replay.
Good corner in. Dekelkainen, textbook header down. But Mitch North had it read well. And then Mitch North there using every bit of that 6'4" frame.
And, after that save was made, I think you saw, I want to say at least one or two players from the LA Force putting their hands up trying to say that, give that message, hey, the ball crossed the line, should be a goal. But you see that replay, no, that ball did not come close to crossing the line. Excellent save made by Mitch North. Now it's George Almeida. I want to say he's been a little quiet in the second half. Now a long ball, perhaps trying to go over the top, looking for Artero. Nice work from Kynan to head it out of bounds.
Kynan, ageless. Age is just a number.
And had that go in, what a feeling that would be. Of course, you score a goal, it's a great feeling, but I feel as if, scoring a goal as the player manager, brings some extra special feeling to it. The throw in taken by Klashevsky. Got the ball to Hansen. Went out of bounds, last touched by Ahmed Shaibu, and looks like we have the first change of the night coming from Irvine Zeta. So Harold Hansen will be coming off. And he is replaced by Marcel Salceda.
X Factor's being escorted off the field here across the goal line.
Well, that's it for your X Factor for the night. I guess we could just hope for my X Factor to come through. So Marcel Salceda comes on. He has scored 1 goal this season. So Hansen's night is done, but you got to like the work that he put in tonight. He definitely was aggressive. He definitely was getting involved with a lot of attacks. And now Irvine Zeta trying to create something else. Pineda getting involved, clearing it very quickly, trying to start a counterattack. Instead, the ball's given away, allowing Irvine Zeta to reset. A long clearance goes straight towards Ronaldo Lomelli. He heads it back to Seth Torman, wisely, of course. A nice throw from Torman, finding the left back, Ahmed Shaibu Jr. The touch from Joel Quist wasn't the best pass, to be honest. Klashevsky to Stratton. Nice work from Ahmed Shaibu to break up that move. Now it's Mohamed War to Ronaldo Pineda. Looking for Justin Jovel. He was unable to control the ball. And that time it was Lomelli getting in on the action. He was looking for Brigida, but that pass was also broken up. Some nice defensive plays recently from Irvine Zeta, but that ball goes out of bounds and will be a throw-in for the LA Force. Shaibu looking for an option. He finds Pineda. Michael Salazar back to Pineda. Looking for Brigida. That was broken up. Now Cadono unable to keep it in bounds. Will be a throw-in. Joel Quist. Quickly finding Ronaldo Pineda. I feel like Pineda's name mentioned a lot. And that, of course, is a good thing. Justin Joel playing it to the outside to Ronaldo Lomelli, but unable to be in the right place at the right time for that give and go. But nice work from Lomelli to break that up. LA Force looking for an opportunity. Joel Queese cuts it back. He has the opportunity to cross in front. Broken up. He was looking for Salazar.
Too unselfish from War.
And now Edson Alvarado with a head of steam, always dangerous when he's on the ball with plenty of pace. A good through ball. The shot gets underneath the hand of Torman, and it is 2-0. George Almeida strikes in the 65th minute.
Tremendous counterattack from Irvine Zeta just now. And George Almeida, the SoCal Premier native, SoCal Premier product, gets his 5th goal on the year. Edson Alvarado's got a goal or an assist now tonight.
And just like that, you talk about a very unfortunate sequence of events. You could pretty much, in a way, you could even call it a 2-goal swing. LA Force looked like they were getting close to finding that equalizer, and just like that on the counterattack, Irvine Zeta make them pay, and they now have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that was Queese that was too unselfish here on the left-hand side. Had an opportunity on frame from about 6 yards. Decided to try and cross it into the middle and just into a crowd. And it turned around, and Irvine Zeta was blistering back down the field. Edson Alvarado leading the charge and just laying it off just ever so sweetly to George Almeida to put on the finish. And yeah, Irvine Zeta up 2-0 now. Look to have a 5-point advantage in the West Conference at this moment.
Now, of course, we know that 2-goal leads, we've heard it before, are dangerous leads in this sport. But, you know, we just right now are just wondering, how will LA Force respond? There's no prediction from me. There's plenty of time left, but they've got to do something. You know, you don't want, of course, it's a 2-goal lead. I'm not saying they need to score that first goal right at this moment, but sooner the better, just to give you back that confidence. And now Edson Alvarado, dangerous the entire night. Another ball to Almeida. It's not going to be easy for him to get a shot on goal with where he was at that moment, but Edson Alvarado just continues to wreak havoc for the LA Force. Right now, I hate to say it, but LA Force, they don't have an answer for him right now.
I'd agree with you. He's running right through the heart of their defense, and if it wasn't for Deco Kainen being wise to that play once, hadn't seen it just once before, that might have been another goal.
And that time was Shinya Kadono, whistled for a foul. And you also saw some, I'm not going to call it anything extracurricular, but definitely some frustration from Joel Queese, and you can't blame him. You can't blame him for the frustration. You work hard, and you find yourself down 2-0. Ouch. You know, that last goal was a stinger. And now some more changes for the LA Force. So Muhammad War is coming off, and it looks like Justin Jovel's coming off as well, too.
Queese had an opportunity, put it into his own hands, put it onto his own foot. Decided against it. We're going to see Eric Villatoro, one of the substitutions.
So Josue Cartagena and Eric Villatoro have come on to replace Muhammad War.
Justin Jovel.
Yep, and Justin Jovel. So definitely bringing on some more firepower. And it's obviously what needs to be done. If you're down 2-0, you're not going to want to bring in another defender or another defensive midfielder. You got to start. You got to start throwing everything now at Irvine Zeta. There's plenty of time to do it, but of course that first huge hurdle is finding that first goal, giving yourself some confidence, and then seeing what takes place after that.
Yeah, they have to start finding that final bit of pressure.
And that time trying to go over the top, Hogbin looking for Salazar. Very easy for Mitch North, and I really don't think that's going to be the way to do it. They've got to be creative, and trying to play long ball or trying to play long ball is not going to get things done.
No, LA Force have to play left to right, right to left, get Zeta defenders moving, and of course make the best goalkeeper in the league have to miss.
Now Ronaldo Pineda to Hogbin. Ball finds his way to Cartagena. And that time looking for Joel Queist, and just that one going a little too high. And you just don't want to see those kinds of possessions. You just can't.
Cartagena new to the match, a little too much juice on that switch.
And of course, you come into the field, you want to be that spark plug. You want to help get something going, but you got to be smart. It looks like that time Dekel Kainen whistle for the foul. Now he's getting himself in the book.
Shinya Kadona's got words for him too. Does this rivalry have what it takes to get heated?
It definitely does. Absolutely. Obviously we're seeing the, chippy play pick up a little bit. That's for sure. We are seeing that. No surprise. We're now in the 70th minute of play, a 2-0 lead for Irvine Zeta. We know LA Force has what it takes to make some magic happen. They've done it before. Can they do it here tonight?
Running out of time. 20 minutes left.
Free kick to be taken by Stratton. Goes off the chest of George Almeida. And he, of course, fouled from behind. Easy call for the official. Will be another free kick for Irvine.
Almeida's a load. He's given Hogbin and Dekel the business tonight.
And one of the changes made for the LA Force, bringing on Eric Villatoro. I mean, you bring him on basically as the right back, and that obviously makes, enables Ronaldo Lomelli to push up, on attack as one of the wingers. But I must say, I feel as if that change was a little, I wasn't expecting that change. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Lomelli's had a good game so far.
Free kick for Irvine, putting this one on frame. A little bit of trouble for Seth Torman. Did take a dip at the last moment. Now it's Salazar trying to get something going. He's got to find someone open. He can't do it all himself. As we can see, he's just lost the ball. Pineda takes a tumble, goes out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Irvine Zeta. That is 4 substitutions that have been made for the LA Force. Joel Queist looking like he wanted to send it up the field. Wisely cuts it back to Ronaldo Pineda. Switching the field. Villatoro now playing it to the outside to Pineda. Now Brigida, who actually has been kind of a spark for the LA Force since coming on. Villatoro definitely not looking like a right back. Instead, just looks at times looks like he's a midfielder. Now looks like he's just, playing up top. Joel Queist looking for Brigida. Nice work from Shinya Kadono. Whether he has the ball or is defending, he knows what to do. That's for sure. Now Cartagena switching the field. That is a good ball for Lomelli. Sends it into the penalty area on the cross. Headed away. Ball finds its way back to Cartagena. Now Villatoro. Very good work sending it outside. The cross once again.
Lacking.
Easy for Joey Chiochetto to get a foot on it.
LA Force have to find a better final touch here. They have to. It's lacked all night long so far.
The pass from Queist. Now Shaibu wanting to take a rip from long range. It was blocked by Kadono. Sent out of bounds, and will be a throw-in for the LA Force.
LA Force have a lot of possession in midfield. Nobody's making that decisive final run.
Looks like we will see another substitution for the LA Force. The fourth official, of course, needs to make the adjustment. Well, actually, we can see for sure now, Queist, Joel Queist's night is done. And looks like he has been replaced by Josue España. So more changes happening for LA Force. Now playing a long ball, perhaps trying to go over the top, but an easy one for Mitch North.
LA Forest throwing the kitchen sink at it right now.
So now with that change, it looks as if, of course, obviously Salazar staying at his position as the lone striker. But kind of hard to figure out exactly who's playing where. But like you said, throwing the kitchen sink at Irvine Zeta. Basically bringing on more attackers. Basically the message is create some goals, create some opportunities. Now given away. Once again given away. Dekelkainen. Now to Cartagena. He does have some space. But that ball, looking for Brigida, just did not get enough on it at all. Now with the changes made by LA Force, you got to assume there might be some tired legs on the field for Irvine Zeta. Don't be surprised at all if they start to play a little more defensive these last 15 minutes or so, plus some stoppage time. And unable to connect on that ball, given away. And I think right now with the amount of basically what I'm trying to say is, like you said, bringing out, throwing the kitchen sink at Irvine, bringing on more attackers. I just feel as if right now LA Force is just unable to really calm themselves down. They need to settle the ball down instead of just, playing it forward just to play it forward.
Yeah, there seems to be a lack of connection a little bit right now with these new substitutions. Maybe they're figuring it out right now as well.
Now Brigida playing out of the outside, usually plays like as a attacking midfielder, basically looking more like a left winger at the moment. And he was unable to maintain possession. Will be a throw-in for Irvine Zeta.
Have to be flexible, be a LA Force player.
Ball is back in the play. Dekelkainen stepping up. Now Hispania. Via Toro. He had Lamelli making a run. Now Irvine Zeta trying to get a counterattack going, but Edson Alvarado unable to keep it in play. So will be a throw-in. Looks like Alvarado is down. I think LA Force, of course,
cramping up.
Do not want this to slow down any kind of attack they could have started. But now you have to wonder, will it be time to sub out Edson Alvarado? He's had a fantastic night. But if he starts cramping up, you're going to want to bring on some fresh legs, that's for sure. Well, looks like a change might be happening, actually.
Yep, Edson's coming off.
So
yeah, a good game.
An excellent game. So Edson Alvarado, his night is done. He's replaced by Jonathan Estrada. Estrada has scored 1 goal this season. Of course, the clock is ticking. The clock basically now is an enemy of the LA Force. And of course, we're just thinking, also hoping as well, find that first goal. And, we could be in for a very, very entertaining finish.
All starts with one. Got to find the first one.
And that time was Cartagena's pass. He found Hispania, was unable to maintain possession. But now here come Irvine Zeta once again. A good ball, a shot. That one from Almeida. Save made by Seth Torman. Some good work from Almeida and Artero. And like you said earlier, just not really making those connections. Yes, right now with the way LA Force is playing, part of me even wants to say with making all these changes, you're kind of wondering, are there too many changes that have been made? You've got to have that cohesion, you've got to have that structure, and I'm just not seeing it right now from the LA Force, unfortunately.
It's pretty discombobulated out there right now. Zeta, conversely, though, I think is part of that. They look very fluid in their attack and very, very sort of polished.
And Hispania had the ball for a moment, tried to basically take the ball, carry the ball himself, lost possession, and it's been one of those nights for LA Force, and I really truly believe with all these changes being made, I actually think now things have become a little bit more difficult for them. Salazar is still dropping back. You want him in front of the net. He's your poacher. Now it's Ronaldo Lomelli. Villatoro sending this one high into the air, looking for Salazar. He did get a touch to it, but cleared by Edgardo Artero. The length of the pitch. This means Kynan will have to just chase it down himself, or just go straight to Seth Torman.
This could be a big win for Irvine Zeta, give themselves a little bit of breathing room at the top of the table.
Yes, and of course this would be a massive victory. They obviously have played one more match than LA Force, but a win here would be extremely crucial. So there was some contact. It will be a free kick for the LA Force.
When you think about their last 2 matches against LA Force will be at Championship Stadium on their home turf. A win here tonight probably make them feel pretty good about their chances in the Western Conference this season. Trying to pull off what could be an appearance in the national championship match.
A free kick for the LA Force will be taken by Ronaldo Pineda.
Force need to find a way back in this game. This is an opportunity to do so.
Here's the service with the free kick.
A little heavy.
Definitely heavy. Not much coming from that one at all. Will be a goal kick for Irvine Zeta. We're now in the 81st minute of the match. It's been a tough night for the LA Force. But I think when you look back at the most crucial moment, very easy to say. The LA Force looked confident at times earlier in the second half. Looked like they were coming close to finding that equalizer. But then right after that, on the counterattack, a goal being scored by George Almeida, his 5th of the season, definitely made things very tough for the LA Force. Hard to rebound when you experience a sequence of events that we saw in the 65th minute.
Yeah, it was very much a 2-goal swing, as you said at the time. LA Force had a prime opportunity inside the penalty area and just turned around the other way. And all of a sudden, Zeta led 2-0.
Cartagena to Lomelli.
I think the only thing for certain right now is the center backs for LA Force, right? And the fact that Salazar is the tip of the spear. Everything else is kind of up for grabs right now, positionally for LA Force. Shaibu's had a decent night at left back.
Now Ronaldo Pineda doing a great job keeping this alive. Finds Brigida, the cross from Brigida. Nice work from Stratton. And we've seen the center backs for Irvine playing very well tonight.
Yeah, the back 3 for Zeta has been tough.
And of course, I'm not leaning towards using the word perfect, but they have been brilliant tonight.
We've all but silenced LA Force. Force has 1 shot on goal, I think is my tally at the moment. That's largely a function of the back 3.
Now, in terms of how the second half has been, it's pretty much been a back 4. Now trying to play a long ball towards Brigida. Mitch North coming well off his line. For a moment, I had to wonder, did he get a touch on it with his hand outside the penalty area? That's something you don't want your keeper to do at all. So Ahmed Shaibu, not a Josue Cartagena. LA Force have got to create some kind of opportunity. That was a nice touch from Hispania. And of course, we've been seeing this. This pretty much has been the story of the night. We've seen some movement, we've seen some touches. But like you said, they're lacking some of those final touches. They're lacking even some of, not just that, lacking plenty of creativity tonight. It's been one of those nights. But of course, credit where credit's due. Irvine Zeta have been playing a very good match tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, just nobody to pull the strings for LA Force. This could be something.
Now Ronaldo Pineda able to take possession away, plays it to the outside to Villatoro. Back to Pineda.
See, very static in the movement right now for LA Force. Not a whole lot of people running.
And that time was looking for Brigida, but it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Looks like we are going to see some more changes, this time a double switch from Irvine Zeta.
Putting
So
some-
Shinya Kadono will be coming off. He's going to be replaced by Miguel Pena. Now we see Aaron Keita will be coming on to replace Edgardo Artero.
Game's first goal scorer comes off. Zeta gets some fresh legs onto the field. Both goals well taken tonight from Irvine Zeta. They've been pretty clinical in front of goal. George Almeida had 2 or 3 shots on goal before he found the back of the net. And Artero was Johnny on the spot for the first one after Shaibu cleared it off the line. Cleared it right to Artero. Just punished it into the back of the net.
So Shinya Kadono comes off, and yes, he had a good night as well too. He definitely did his damage tonight.
Showing some leadership out there tonight too for Zeta, challenging Deco Kynan a couple of times face to face.
And right now, with the way LA Force has been playing, I mean, basically Irvine Zeta, nothing to fear these last few minutes.
All bark. Not a whole lot of bite tonight for Force. Plenty of possession. Just nothing at the end of it.
And that time a flick header from Villatoro, able to find Michael Salazar. Salazar to Cartagena. That was Pineda. Now Shaibu to Brigida. Back to Shaibu. Josue Cartagena swings it around to Lamelli. Now to Villatoro. Poked away by Aaron Keita, who just came on. A native, actually, of Liberia. Lamelli's long ball. Not much coming from it. Cleared. We're in the 86th minute. Time definitely running out for LA Force. They're down by 2 goals. Any hopes of some kind of miraculous victory pretty much done now. But now Brigida with the opportunity to cross in front. And yes, it is a goal. Michael Salazar cuts the lead in half. I think we are in for an entertaining finish. That goal coming in the 86th minute.
Salazar gets his 6th of the season. Gets on the end of a tremendous cross from Brigida. Ball played out of the back for Brigida on the run. First touch cross. Salazar didn't get a whole lot onto it, but just enough. And we got a ball game here.
And just right off of that, actually, as you said that, off the kickoff, basically a long attempt on goal. Torman was off his line a bit, and had that gone in, wow, that definitely would have put a damper on everything for the LA Force players and fans in the stadium. But yes, it is 2-1. Salazar scoring his 6th goal of the season. Once again, coming in the 86th minute, and this definitely has got to, bring that spark for the LA Force. They're obviously going to keep throwing players forward, but they have no choice. They've got to keep doing it. They're down by a goal. Do they have some more magic left in them? Earlier, I was about to say the Force was not strong, but will I be proven wrong?
Well, physiologically speaking, right now, LA Force have all the adrenaline. It's Zeta that's got to find some reserves here. Force can manifest a little bit more positivity, and another run and another finish. We could have a different game altogether here than we've had the first 60 minutes, 87 minutes, excuse me.
And all it takes is that goal to really change everything, to be honest. A long ball to Salazar. Josue España lost the ball after that touch. That's where he got the ball. He was in a prime position. You just cannot be losing the ball when you are given these opportunities.
Yep. And now every possession for LA Force becomes heightened, right, because of the opportunity on the line right now. They can take something away from this match, but we're going to see a yellow card come out for...
Probably for time wasting.
That'll go against Mitch North then.
So now, of course, the mindset quickly has changed for Irvine Zeta. Just a bit ago, I was saying that they felt very comfortable. They were going to be able to win this game with no problem. But now they're up. Now the lead has been cut in half to 2-1. They definitely now have got to be on their toes. Definitely got to be now on their heels.
And just holding on. Doing everything they can to maintain possession. A little bit of the ball here in the final minutes as we run into the 90th here. We're certainly going to see
There's
3-4 minutes.
I would say, yeah, I got to be at least 3 or 4 minutes, absolutely. Now LA Force, of course, this is just what you like to see. It's been a frustrating night for them. Now Salazar brought down, will be a free kick. But the goal from Salazar, they have put themselves in position to give themselves an opportunity to get something out of this match. Now quickly played after the restart. Ahmed Shaibu to Brigida. He got the assist. Very nice pass on that goal scored by Salazar. And Brigida still has a very nice move. He's got some pace. The cross. Was there a deflection at the last moment? No, actually, it will be a goal kick for Irvine Zeta. And of course, we are just waiting for that announcement of how much stoppage time there will be.
Brigida dangerous there on the left-hand side. He's got the pace. Just not the placement on the cross. The second time wasting card given. So the first one must not have been against Mitch North. Otherwise, he'd be seeing red right now.
Yeah, looks like I was wrong about that one. So it looks like, yes, there will be 5 minutes of stoppage time. I think this will be a very long 5 minutes if you are an Irvine Zeta fan. Because, of course, you cannot deny it. LA Force playing with a lot of energy now. They've got that spark. And when they saw that there was 5 minutes of stoppage time, they right away got that feeling of, okay, that's enough. That's a good amount of time. Let's do this. Let's get that. Let's get that equalizer.
Ball's back into play now.
Dekel Kainen, of course, taking his time. Not so much taking his time, just finding that space. Hogbin sending this one forward. Goes to Aaron Keita. And of course, he was not wanting to send that one out of bounds. And that ball given away. Nice work from Dekel Kainen to step up. Brigida back to Ahmed Shaibu. We've played 1 minute of stoppage time. So about 4 more. Michael Salazar.
Can't let him turn if you're Irvine Zeta.
And his pass looking for Cartagena given away. That's something you just cannot be doing now. That's Marcel Salceda, one of the second half subs. And I'm pretty sure he's in the mood to just carry this ball towards the corner and just waste time. Unable to maintain possession. And of course, you could hear the LA Force fans urging the men in black to send this ball forward. Cartagena to Hogbin. Now Josue España, he's got plenty of space. We are seeing plenty of these Irvine Zeta players dropping back to defend. They know they got to defend like there's no tomorrow to earn those valuable 3 points. Now it's Josue Cartagena, he's got plenty of space. To Ahmed Shaibu, got about 3 minutes remaining of stoppage time. Salazar nearly lost it. Gets it back to Shaibu, almost lost his footing. Pineda will want to whip this one to the penalty area. Exactly what he does. Mitch North comes out trying to get a hand to it. Salazar looked for the option. He had his back to the net. Plays it now to Hogbin. Now Dekel Kainen to Shaibu. Definitely an intense feeling here inside this Veterans Memorial Stadium. Pineda. Yes, there was contact, and he does get a free kick.
It's dragged down there. I don't know what the argument is, other than let's waste some time by arguing.
So a crucial free kick for the LA Force. Earlier, we saw the 4th official hold up the sign of 5 minutes of stoppage time. So we've played 3. You don't want to take too much time on this free kick, but it is a set piece opportunity, so it's not something you want to do in a hurry.
Nope, you want to get it right.
Absolutely, you definitely want to get it right, but you also don't want to take too much time, because you never know how many more opportunities you might get. Now quickly taken, the header, and it's a goal! You've got to be kidding me! We are tied up at 2. Dekel Kainen scores!
Some training ground stuff for LA Force there. Looked like Espana was looking at the ball, touching the ball, and then set the ball down. And a great header, well placed from Deco Kynan, who had the only other shot on goal with his head earlier in the match. He finally busts through here, and LA Force are tied.
What a beauty. What a beauty from that free kick. I'm saying it right now, from now on, I will not come up with anything. I will not say the things I said earlier. We are tied up at 2. A minute left. I think right now, if you're the LA Force, you should not be thinking, hey, we've done our job. At least we're getting a point out of this. No. Find a way to get that victory. They have got to be just full of massive amounts of confidence. You see your player manager score the equalizer. What a beauty it was. And now Irvine Zeta, of course, trying to retake the lead. They've got to be shell-shocked right now.
Yep, 2-0 here in the final 5 minutes. In the 85th minute was the first goal. We see a red card here for Irvine Zeta.
And it looks like, a straight red card. Hard to see exactly what took place.
Both players left their feet. But 8.
But what a match we have seen. Just when you thought LA Force was down and out, we are tied up at 2.
Shaibu struggling to get to his feet. He's going to limp out of here. There's Jonathan Estrada,
One of the second half subs.
recipient of the red card.
And talk about deja vu. Irvine Zeta earlier this season in April had a 2-0 lead against LA Force at this exact location and gave up 2 goals, one in the 80th minute to Ortega and one in the third minute of stoppage time to Jose Montes de Oca. Yes, definitely deja vu.
I know it felt familiar, but I just didn't want to say it. Well, we've been here before. We've absolutely been here before. This is no dream. Irvine Zeta with a 2-0 lead twice this season at Veterans Stadium, twice surrendering an equalizer in stoppage time.
And you would have thought that for this happening again, they'd have that sense of urgency of, okay, this is not going to happen again. But that's exactly what took place. Seth Torman taking the free kick. How much more time will be added because of the red card? And I'm pretty sure there may be there might be maybe room for one last attack for the LA Force. And now Irvine Zeta, because of the red card, the Jonathan Estrada playing with 10 men. Seth Torman taking his time, basically looking like a sweeper, almost even like a midfielder, sends this one forward. What more can we see from the LA Force? Do they have another attack left in them? That one given away to Jose Cartagena. Lots of space on the pitch, especially because Irvine playing with 10 men. Now Cartagena. Now to Pineda. Sending it into the penalty area, headed away, but it does go to Brigida. Can he get a shot off? There was some contact. There was a push still. Brigida, will we see a shot? Brigida still has it. The cross. That one going into the arms of Mitch North. But there definitely was a push. Now some contact, and now things getting very chippy. And now we're seeing the LA Force bench come onto the field.
And
a red card has been given.
We've devolved here, folks.
And I think now this is the right time to just blow the whistle and just finish this one. 2-2, and that's it.
Mitch North came off his line looking for contact, found it, got up, and we continue here with Eric Villatoro and George Almeida.
On the far side of the pitch, yes. Now these are the things you just don't want to see. This is what we just do not want to see at all. There's no room for this. This is definitely one of those nights we'll be talking about, because it's another one of those nights where Irvine had a 2-0 lead and squandered it.
This is not going to end well, especially with the benches clearing.
Now, right now, I'm sure everyone's just wondering, is the match over? I think that should just about wrap it up, though.
No final signal yet from referee Jose Lara. Certainly a red card, though, coming to an LA Force player for that hard shove there against Mitch North. If not more. We continue to converse here. Staff from LA Force continues to be on the field. And it does look like the match has ended. There's some handshakes happening.
And with everyone walking onto the pitch, yep, you're right. That appears to be it. The referees are still talking.
Again, no final whistle yet from the referee. But the benches are clearing, and it looks like the players are headed for the locker room, their respective locker rooms.
But aside from how things have concluded tonight, I mean, of course, with the extracurricular things we really did not want to see. But that's it. I mean, what a comeback from the LA Force, down 2-0. They looked like they had nothing going for them. They looked like they were down and out, but they refused to quit.
A gritty effort tonight from LA Force, climbing back from a 2-0 deficit here late. We're going to see the highlights here. Edson Alvarado with a brilliant cross into Harold Hansen, who had it cleared off the line, but right to the first goal scorer.
And that time it was Edgardo Artero to make it 1-0.
There was that brilliant run through midfield from Alvarado to set up the second. And just a nice touch there on the finish from George Almeida.
And Torman did get a touch on that, but not enough. And that made it 2-0. And just when, like I said earlier, when it looked like LA Force was down and out, a long ball to Brigida, beautiful pass, excellent finish from Salazar, and that suddenly changed the night.
Brigida starting to make a name for himself in this league. And here was the training ground play here, just real quick. Ball in. Deco Kynan, beautiful placement past Mitch North. And no shutout tonight from Mitch North.
And, you know, it was that free kick. It was the way that free kick was set up that created that opportunity. You know, you're thinking, okay, I'm putting the ball down. We're taking our time. But no, the quick restart caught them off guard. And fans, scan the QR code to vote for your Question Pro Man of the Match. Remember, this is the NISA Match of the Week. Make sure you do that as soon as possible.
Get your votes in. Winner will be announced shortly afterward. Who's your man of the match tonight, Art?
Well, you know what? You're putting me on the spot, but I'm going to have to go with Dekel Kynan scoring the game-tying goal in stoppage time, the player manager coming through. I've got to give it to Dekel Kynan. I got no choice.
Yeah, this is a tie that'll feel like a victory, right, for LA Force, and a draw that'll feel like a loss for Irvine Zeta. I'd have said before things started to get out of hand late that it would have been Edson Alvarado, right? He played brilliantly in this match, and I still think he was probably the best player on the pitch tonight.
Definitely, you know, no arguments there. I mean, just, you know, this is the way the sport is sometimes. Look at the way things could change. I mean, like I said, that beauty of a goal from Dekel Kynan, I have no choice but to say he was the man of the match. What a finish that was. That free kick, just, you know, that is something they have practiced many, many, many times, and it was executed to perfection.
Yeah, that's got to feel great for LA Force tonight. Get that point, stay only 2 points back of Irvine Zeta in the battle for the West Conference. They'll meet again this season. Later on, they play at Championship Stadium on August 18th and then again on September 15th. Both these teams play midweek matches, though, coming up. LA Force at Arizona Monsoon, while Zeta will play host to Capo FC.
And as for the LA Force's next home match, it'll be on Wednesday, August 7th at 7 p.m. to take on Arizona Monsoon FC at Long Beach City College Soccer Field. You don't want to miss this one. Fans can purchase tickets now at tickets.nisasoccer.com. And that's it, everybody, for tonight at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Long Beach, California. Once again, the final score, LA Force 2, Irvine Zeta FC 2. For Dennis Pope, I'm Art Iftikhari.
Good night, everybody.